Good evening, good evening, good evening. I am bringing out my runes. The runes themselves come in all different styles. I liked the ones that were black. They're stones, and they have symbols on them. And each symbol has a meaning, okay? And for as long as it took me to pretty much memorize the tarot in Rider-Waite, it would take just as long for me to memorize these. I pulled 3 runes this morning. I wasn't even going to do this yet, but I just couldn't help myself. So I pulled this represents the sun. It's called Saulio. That is the representation of the sun, and I'll tell you what it means in a minute. This is the rune of protection called Algiz, the rune of protection. And we're going to go through the meanings in just a moment. And the last one that I pulled was the rune of man or mankind, the self, the individual. It's called Manaz. You see it? I'm going to bring the camera up just a bit. Okay. So, I don't know why I only pulled 3. I only pulled 3. It was just what I pulled. Okay. The protection rune. This is what they all look like, only mine are black. The protection rune. You see that? Almost like Y with a... The protection is a shield. The protection urge to shelter oneself or others, defense, warding off evil, shield, guardian, connection with the gods, awakening higher life. It can be used to channel energies appropriately, follow your instincts, keep hold of success, or maintain positions won or earned. They even have a reverse meaning. Oh my gosh. This is the rune of protection. The next one is the rune of the sun, called Saulio, the sun. Success, goals achieved, honor. The life force is health, good health. A time when power will be available to you for positive changes in your life. Victory, health, and success. Contact between the higher self and the unconscious. Wholeness, power, elemental force, sword of flame, cleansing fire. This particular rune cannot be reversed. It's one of a few that can't. It may lie in opposition, perhaps next to or something like that. And they give you some things about what it would be, which are things that didn't happen when I pulled it. This was upright and on its own. And then the last one is the self. This is very interesting to me. The self. The individual or the human race. You are attitude. Your attitude toward others and their attitudes toward you. Friends and enemies. Social order, intelligence, forethought, create, skill, ability, divine, structure, intelligence, and awareness. Expect to receive some sort of aid or cooperation now. See, this comes with this book. All right. Well, these are really positive runes. I don't know how many there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 25. There's 25. So I could see using these in a personal reading. I can see using these as almost like we do oracle cards. Like, let's pull a rune. It's very, very interesting. I'm very interested in this. So, that's my temporary introduction. When we go live, I will bring them back, and for entertainment purposes only, YouTube. I will bring them back on because we're live. We will be live, and use them again. Very interesting. It's almost like, can you pull a card for me? Can you pull a rune for me? I'm going to get a book about runes. This is obviously for entertainment purposes only. I hope everyone's had a good day. Or if you're on the other side of the world, having a good day. It is Thursday the 19th, as we call it here in the United States, Juneteenth. And I would like to acknowledge the fact that today is a day of reverence for people who were brought here against their will to be used as slaves. Typically, people with dark-colored skin. Juneteenth is a holiday. Let me find you the full description. Okay. What is Juneteenth? The national holiday commemorates the end of slavery in the United States, and here's why we, I want more, hold on, and here's why we celebrate this holiday. Juneteenth is known as Emancipation Day. Juneteenth, Independence Day, is a holiday commemorating the end of slavery in the United States. But you know the history behind it? No, I really don't. The Emancipation Proclamation was issued by President Abraham Lincoln and became official on January 1, 1863, declaring more than 3 million enslaved people of Confederate states free. Yet it would take 2.5 years for the order to reach Texas, where the announcement was read by Union soldiers led by Major General Gordon Granger in Galveston on Juneteenth, 1865. The people of Texas are informed that in accordance with the proclamation of from the Executive of the United States, all slaves are free. absolute equality of rights, rights of property between former masters and slaves, and the connection heretofore existing between them that had been employer and hired labor. That is what Juneteenth is. So it's the actual announcement from Texas. I guess maybe it's the last state to accept it. What a shock. Juneteenth. And it is a legal holiday in the United States. And I know many people today who are celebrating that holiday. And I'm sending them love and light and gratitude for the nonsense they have put up with, and to this day often put up with. Because you see, folks, they're equal in 1863, and we treat a lot of these people like they're less than human, and this is wrong. And people of the with skin color unlike mine, people who that you and I considered black or African American, they just want their freedom. And they have fought for generations for this freedom. And until we acknowledge this freedom, we are not free. We cannot be free until we acknowledge that they are free. And while there may be nobody who wants to admit it in public or out loud, there are many people that look just like this that do not consider them equal or free. And until the white people of this country in particular acknowledge the freedom and the equality of people of color, we, white people, will never be free. It's just a fact. If you don't understand it, reach me by email and I'll try and explain it a little better. It's now incumbent on us, on people that look like me, lighter, darker, whatever, but people who consider themselves white, need to stand up and acknowledge the freedom of these people of color. And until we do that, we're not free either. That's my rant for the day. For entertainment purposes only, YouTube. And I'm wishing all of my fellow citizens a free and happy Juneteenth, most particularly the ones that come from generations before them who did not, and maybe do not, still feel free because they're treated like second class. And they're not. And if they're famous, that's okay. It's like, oh, well, Beyonce. You know, that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They're all equal. And we need to acknowledge this. Okay. So on that same track, let's see if the federal government will make any acknowledgement will the federal government acknowledge Juneteenth in any way? No. It is a holiday, and they're not going to change that, but will they acknowledge it? No. Will people be celebrating around the country their freedom from slavery, the freedom to be full and equal citizens? Yes. I acknowledge it. Will education be the way out of this barrier for people of color, whatever color they may be, not white? I'm not talking about us. And please do not talk to me about reverse discrimination. That's a pile of garbage. Thank you. See, I told you I could be cranky. Will Juneteenth remain a holiday? An acknowledged holiday? Yes. Will my white sisters and brothers do more in the future? Not that they shouldn't have done more in the past, to make Juneteenth more important to everybody? Yes. Will it come from the youth? Yes, I have the chills. Woo! I hear you, Spirit. I just was told by a voice, you did the right thing. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to pull some cards. I have a question here. Will SCOTUS allow the National Guard to be, or make a statement, making the National Guard a governor, related, how did I put it in my question? A governor controlled entity of any given state? Will the SCOTUS decision come in that the governor is in charge of, just got two. The governor is in charge of the National Guard. Is the governor in charge? Will the governor be formally in charged, or however you want to put that? Will all governors be powered to be in charge of their own National Guard. Will each state have its own National Guard powers? I have the Queen of Wands and the Moon, the Six of Wands, the Fool, and the Two of Pentacles. Let me pull a couple cards here. The Queen of Wands is a vibrant, magnetic, distinguished queen, very determined, generous, ambitious, political, philanthropic, valuable, good advice. Queen of Wands. And that's the cat. And the cat encourages the Queen of Wands to do whatever it is that the cat wants her to do, I guess. Notice it's a black cat. Black cats are actually good luck. They're not bad luck. That's a lie. Whoever told you that hates cats. Ambitious, valuable assistance, good advice. The Moon, illusion, pain, and anxiety. Something is being hidden. Betrayal, hidden motives. Right smack in the middle, we've got public recognition and victory, winning. So I think the Supreme Court is actually going to vote to recognize the National Guard as a group controlled by the governor of a state. There is a thing called states' rights in the Constitution. And until the GOP was in power, they didn't think they were demanding states' rights. But now that they're being battled, now that they are in power, they apparently have decided, no, we get to tell you. Winning significant battles, achievement, praise, reward, good news. Supreme Court, you going to make a liar out of me? The Fool, new beginnings, leap of faith, no limitations, free spirit, disregard of risks. The Fool. And the last card that I pulled officially is the Two of Pentacles. This is a card of balance or imbalance, juggling something, finances, bills, etc. Time management. Let's see what these two tell me. Stealing. Beware of deceit or betrayal. Cunning thwarts an enemy. Sidestepping the obstacle. I just see this as betrayal, stealing. The Felon. And the Ten of Pentacles. Wealth, happiness, achievement, family ties, property bought and sold, settled, history, establishment, and traditions. This is a card that, while it doesn't seem like it initially, balances these. The Fool, the public recognition, and happiness and wealth. I think Spirit will the SCOTUS validate a governor's charge of their own National Guard. Yes. I think they will. I do. It's a funny thing. I wasn't sure about this until now. Yep. They're going to do it. Pretty cool. Let me pull a card for you guys. This is for you. Let me give this a little shake up. This card is for my community, individually or collectively. And magic. Magic, you guys. There's magic in the air. This time I'm leaving it at 1. Magic is in the air. Beautiful. You guys deserve nothing less than magic. Kindness and abundance and all of that stuff too. But magic is in the air, you guys. Embrace it. Something's happening. I feel it. It's the weird. Something's in the air. Magic? Could be. I wish you all a beautiful evening with good health and peace. And I gotta do this. This is annoying me already. I'm looking at myself, you know. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your evening. And I send you peace.